So hello everyone, today we have another keyboard for review. This is the Epomaker Royalaxe Y68 mechanical keyboard. This was sent over to us by Epomaker for review. So before we begin, again as a disclaimer, all of the thoughts that I would be mentioning out are purely subjective, and I do everything as much as possible to be objective with the review, but at the end of the day, this is a very subjective hobby, so please do take note. All right, so with that being said, this is a 65% layout mechanical keyboard, which is tri-mode. So it has a tri-mode connectivity, which you can simply adjust by using this toggle switch on the right side over here. Really impressive feature. It has its own battery. I haven't tested the battery life, but based on experience with mechanical keyboards like this, battery life is not so much of a problem. They usually last long enough the way that you need it. This is the Lost in Space colorway, and there are other colorways available out there, such as the Rangers, Steampunk, and the Candy Factory. This sells at $99 over the Epomaker website. All right. Other features include RGB. Okay, I've mentioned the tri-mode connectivity. It can connect up to 3 devices for Bluetooth. You can adjust the height. The feet can be replaced, but it's just 2 levels of height. So this one and then a replacement feet height. It is hot swappable. It is a tray-mounted keyboard, which is a very basic mounting design for keyboards at the year 2022. It's not a bad thing, but just have to note that it's one of the more quote-unquote primitive designs of mechanical keyboards. Switches are included when you buy the Switch, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this one comes with the TTC Speed Silver V2 switches. All right, it comes in with its own keycaps of the design that you chose. These are OEM profile PBT keycaps that are double shot. All right, it has a plate mounted stabilizer. It has a steel plate, which is a bit stiff on the stiff side of the typing feel. It has its dampening material, which the plate dampening material is made out of silicone, and the bottom case dampening material is also made up of silicone. And that's really good because I think this is a very good beginner's keyboard. And I say that because for beginners out there, a lot of times when you go into the hobby, you look for aesthetics. So most of the times when it's your first mechanical keyboard purchase, you look for something that is that looks nice, a bit funky, fancy, with RGB lights and the like, everything like that. And this keyboard checks all of those boxes, and sometimes I even feel that it went overboard. I love the design of the metal bezels on the side. I love that the USB is placed here. Very unique placement of the USB 2.4 gigahertz dongle. I also love that the keycaps have their legends in them on the side, which tells you what it functions in on the second layer of the mapping of the keys. That's very useful, so I don't have to guess and memorize. But I do think that they went overboard with some of the texts around the keyboard, such as the unstoppable text here, the very big Royalaxe logo here, never stop fighting, you have slain your enemy. Again, subjectively speaking, for me, it's a bit overboard, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would really dig those small details. All right, so what again, I mentioned that in keyboards, what I do look for is the typing feel and the sound. So how does it sound? Here's the stock sound test of this keyboard. All right, not bad, right? Not bad. Um, I told my friends in the keyboard community when I got this and I tried it out for the first time. I told them that I was surprised. I was surprised. That was the term that I mentioned. I was surprised because I didn't have much expectations for this keyboard. First and foremost, when Epomaker contacted me and told me that they wanted me to review this keyboard, I browsed their website for the specifications and there was nothing special, honestly. For me, it was a basic keyboard, the ones like of the Keychron K series, which I started with a year ago. But I was surprised because, to tell you honestly, compared with the Keychron K series, the K2 V2 for example, this is way better. So it has dampening in them. It requires minimal effort. The sound is very acceptable off the box. The stabilizers, though not the best, they do sound acceptable. There's a bit of rattle in the spacebar, which took time for me to fix, and even after tuning them, there's still a little bit of rattle in the spacebar, but the other stabilizers were okay. Yeah, it's again, as I mentioned, it's a good entry-level beginner's keyboard. It will not make you go through all the process of modding, putting some PE foam, putting some from silicone bottom dampener and the likes. So is that a good thing? Depends on what you like. So if you're the one who really wants to mod stuff, mod the hell out of your keyboards, then you might find this boring. But if you're a beginner just looking to grab a keyboard off the shelf, grab and go, then this could be it. This could be a keyboard for you. All right. All right. How does it type? It types really stiff. So expected. It's tray mounted, steel plate. It's expected. It's going to be stiff. Not that bad. It's not bad. It doesn't type badly. Doesn't type poorly. It's just stiff. And some people like it stiff. So, but for me, I prefer the softer materials, right? So it's not bad. It's not bad. It's okay. How does it sound? This one is the modded version. I modded it by tuning the stabilizers, putting some XHTBDZ on the wire and 205 grade 0 on the housing. And I replaced the switches with the Gatron Milky Yellow Pro, which are lube. And this is how it sounds like. So as you can see, it sounds really clean. Very, very deep sounding keyboard, which is expected because of all that silicone dampener on the plate and on the lower case. The keycaps, to be honest, are a bit thin. So for double shot PBT keycaps, it feels and sounds a bit thin. Again, when I compare these keycaps to that of the Keychron, which I started before, these are way better. These are way better. All right. So it is acceptable. The keycaps are acceptable. They are of good quality. Not awesome, but they're good. So yeah. Final thoughts. Would I recommend this? Definitely for guys who are deeper into the hobby. For guys like me personally, this will not stay with my lineup of keyboards because I have a lot of keyboards already. All right, and there's nothing really special that will make this keyboard stay for me. I do love the design. Initially, I thought it was super extra, but once I got it on hand, it's really good. It looks really good, minus the exaggerated text lines around the keyboard. Remove those and I'd be really happy with how it looks. But yeah, that's it. I'm happy with it. But it's not gonna stay. I would recommend this keyboard for someone starting out in the hobby. So if this is locally available in your place and you love the design, you love it aesthetically, this is a good option. All right, it sounds good, types a little bit of stiff, but it's very beginners friendly, and it's tri mode. A lot of things that beginners buying their first keyboard would look at. So you should consider this. All right, for those of you in the Philippines, is this a good option for $99 plus shipping? I honestly think that there are better options in the market right now. There are a lot of gasket mounted keyboards, the likes of the Ako, the likes of the Fancy Tech keyboards that you could get at a similar price point, which is way better in terms of typing feel and in terms of sound. All right, if you're in the Philippines, the only reason I think that you would get this is of the aesthetics, because honestly speaking, with the keyboards at this price point here in the Philippines, this could probably be the one that looks nicest. Again, very subjective. It looks nicest because it's the funkiest. It's not really that high, not really that bulky, very edgy. Color scheme is really nice, but then it stops there. So aesthetics might be a win if this is your cup of tea. The typing feel, the sound, it's very basic. Not bad, all right? It's good, but it's basic, which means that I think there are different options available that may be better. That is for me. That is my opinion. All right? So that's my review. Thank you for watching. Epomaker, thank you for sending this keyboard out. Really enjoyed it. Looks really nice. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.